Yo, what is up YouTube, man? A lot of takeovers in NBA 2K25. Today we're going to be talking about the fluid shooter takeover. This takeover is perfect for any build that shoots the ball. As you guys can see, it gives you the marksman takeover, which helps you hit spot up shots. And it's also increasing your mid-range and three-pointer up, both at the same ratings. You guys can see at the end you end up having a +8 to your mid-range and a +8 to your three-pointer. Even at the lower levels, that +4, that +5, it makes quite a bit of a difference. Now, the takeover is not for the builds that say have a 99 three-pointer and a 90 mid-range, because you're only getting the attributes to your mid-range. Attributes do not go over 99 in this game. But say you have a build that has 89 3-point, 80 mid-range. That's going to be getting your three-pointer to the very elite level, almost 99, and it's going to be getting your mid-range rating to the higher 80s, which goes from being, you know, you're a bit unconfident to take the shot to the point where you cannot wait to get as many mid-range shots as possible. You guys can see I got a couple of 2v2 gameplays for you guys in the Proving Grounds, and then I'm going to have a solo rec game for you guys to watch. The Proving Grounds, this is the highest difficulty in the game, the hardest shooting in the game, and you guys can see I'm on my 6'9" stretch big, knocking down every single shot, whether it's a mid-range shot or a three-point shot. I get an 86 three-pointer and a 94 mid-range. So as my takeover is building, I'm going to get my mid-range shot to a 99, and my three-pointer is going to be in the low to mid-90s. Not even mentioning the marksman takeover ability, which it's good, you know, nothing crazy elite, but on a build like this where I'm doing a lot of spot-up shooting, of course, having the spot-up shooting takeover to help me knock down shots is going to come in clutch. You guys see first game, 5 for 5, 3 for 3 from 3. I'm taking three-pointers. I'm taking mid-range shots. It does not matter to me which, because in 1v1 and 2v2, it's make it, take it ball. There's no situation where we're like, darn, that was a 2, darn, that was a 3. Wherever I catch the ball, that's where I'm letting it fly. And fluid shooter is perfect on a build like this, like I said. But you're going to see at the end too, even me using a point guard, it's still a great takeover to have. You cannot really go wrong. The only case, like I said, I wouldn't use this takeover is if you have one of the ratings at 99 already. Because at that point, you're only getting a plus to the other stat, whether that's mid-range and three-pointer. And if you're just trying to do something like that, there are better takeovers to use. Now, to get this takeover, and you guys can see, hit him with a nice spin shot right there to end the game. To get this takeover, you need an 85 three-pointer and a 75 mid-range shot. So, you know, if you're a max wingspan lockdown, if you're a back-end, it might be a bit tough to get that 85 three-pointer. 75 mid-range, though. Pretty much every build that is a shooting build is going to have that. I wouldn't really go out of my way to make a build that can get fluid shooter. It's not that game-changing. It's not one of the broken takeovers of NBA 2K25, but a lot of people like to play like this. You know, a lot of people like to play 3s, 5s, and they like to catch the ball and shoot it, whether that is in the mid-range shot or the three-pointer. So chances are, if you're somebody that has that play style, you made a build to fit that play style, fluid shooter is a takeover that your build can get. And should you go to unlock it, you know, it's kind of exhausting unlocking these takeovers in NBA 2K25. And if you guys haven't seen that video where I break down the quickest way to do it, definitely check it out. But I'm definitely recommending it. Now, I'm using my stretch big in this video. I don't always have this takeover on my stretch but big. There's other things I like to do on the build. I get post-scoring takeovers. I get shot creating takeovers. But in 2v2, you know, situations like this, especially in the Proving Grounds where people are going to dare me to shoot, the meta is not taking wide open jump shots, wide open mid-range. It's more so having the 99 offensive rebound, 99 three-point guard running around. We're not playing like that. So with our lineup, it's very important to knock down shots, especially if they're going to give me those shots. I'm not really doing too much creating. I'm doing a bit. And in the situation where I got to do a dribble pull-up, I got to do a hop jumper, the +8, the +7, the +6 to my rating is still helping out quite a bit. But as the name says, fluid shooter, I'm just doing a lot of fluid shooting in this gameplay on the 2s, getting my three-point boosted, getting my mid-range boosted, and of course, eventually getting the sharpshooting takeover, the marksman takeover to help me knock down shots at an even higher clip. And at that point, if they're giving me shots early gone, my takeover meter is building, and then they see the takeover ability activate. At that point, they start trying to play up, and then it's situations like this where he comes out, I drive, I end up dotting my teammate wide open. And you guys see in these screenshots, you know, shooting very efficiently, taking a lot of shots at that. and I'm able to shoot at such a high clip. I'm able to knock down the shots so effectively. Definitely because of the fluid shooter. Now we're going to switch builds, and this is a bit of a different way to look at it. So I'm a 6'9" stretch big with the super high shooting ratings. That's what type of build it works best for, especially too because I'm doing a lot of catch and shooting. But now I'm on my 6' post score point guard. I get an 89 3-pointer and an 80 mid-range. So I'm not really using the takeover in this instance to be a spot-up shooting point guard. More so, I'm using it for the ratings. It's going to boost my 3-pointer up +8, so I eventually get a 97 3-pointer on this build, and it's going to boost my mid-range to get 88, almost 90. Going from an 89 3-pointer to a 97, that's quite a bit different. If you see somebody in the intro and they have an 89 3-pointer, you're not going to respect their shot as much as, say, a point guard with 97 3-pointer. And with the mid-range shot, 80, it's not a go-to thing of mine. I just use it occasionally. But once the takeover is building and I have that almost 90, of course, now I'm going to start going to those mid-range shots a lot more. This is just on top of everything else the build can do. It's got the driving dunk. It has the high ball handle. Now it just has elite shooting to go at that. You know, 89 3-pointer, 80 mid-range. That's pretty good shooting. It's definitely not elite, but once this takeover is activated, man, it is elite. Now, the only thing wasted on a point guard, I would say, on the fluid shooter is definitely the takeover ability. Marksman being the main guy dribbling the ball. Not the most important thing, but not as useless as it sounds, because there is a lot of times where I'm moving the ball around, I'm dotting people open, nothing ends up happening in those situations. Maybe they don't take the shot, maybe the defender closes out, they dot me back, and if they dot me back, I got the marksman takeover activated. I'm going to be a lot more willing to take the spot up shot compared to having to actually dribble around and create a shot, especially too because I know even if they get a weak contest, even if they're closing out, that marksman ability is probably going to help me hit the shot contest that you guys can see in the first half. I'm shooting 90% from the field. Again, thanks to the fluid shooter takeover. I shoot better when I have this takeover on, no matter which build it is. If you guys did enjoy the video, if you do want to drop a like and subscribe, of course, I do appreciate it a ton. Let me know what you guys think about fluid shooter. Let me know if you guys use this on your build, what type of build you use it on. Let me know if you guys want to see me make any other specific takeover videos. I definitely got a lot more coming. You guys know it just takes so long to unlock them, which is unfortunate. I'm hoping for 2K26 they end up changing that. But other than that, man, this is Tonic. I will catch you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.